Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a full army overview of everything I've built and painted so far for my 30k or Horus Heresy Death Guard army. We've pretty much doubled the point size since the last update and doubled the unit size, and we're just coming up on 4,000 points now. I think with how I have them outfitted, this is just shy of 4,000 points, like 50 to 100 points less. So yeah, we'll call this about a 4,000 point army. Quick overview of the army, what's been added since last time. I've added a couple vehicles, and we'll go over them in more detail shortly here, and a couple squads as well. A lot of specialized units and heavy hitting units. So now I'll take you through unit by unit what we have and where it's at. So again, some will be updated from before, but some of these are going to be new. So first, going over the command and headquarters for the army. Up front we have Mortarion, and if you haven't seen the video on him, I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. Again, this is like the centerpiece commander of the army. I think he turned out pretty sharp. Let's see if we can get some of those details in there. Yep, and you'll see the same themes across the entire army. Well weathered, and with a pretty vibrant white that's well chipped. I also have Callous Typhon here, and another Praetor or Centurion, depending on how I'm going to field the army. Behind headquarters, I have the elites of the Death Guard, and those are the Death Shroud Terminators. Again, I gave them a banner, which I think turned out well. I did that with decals. And other than that, they're aimed with their Warthites and the Alchem Flamers. I think that's what they're called. Next, we'll look at the heavy support choices. So here, first up, this is new from the last army update, is my last cannon squad, and it's a 10-man squad, big points. I think 350 points is what they come out to. Happy with how they turned out as well. I like to have those blues and reds that hopefully make it pop and add a lot of difference from the whites and the muted greens that this army has come to have a lot of. And over here we have another heavy support squad, and this one is armed with autocannons. So this was the first one I had completed, and I do like the underslung autocannons, and this was a Forge World weapon set, and it was the same with the las cannons, the underslung. I just like the way they look, and then the way they the hopper feeds ammo into the gun from the pack. I think it turned out really sharp. Throughout, I like to keep the sergeants, even though I don't know that some people would do this with their Death Guard. I like to give them the some sort of plume to differentiate the sergeants from the rest of the squad, and I think that looks pretty good. We'll go through some of the troops now. For the whole army, I've so far just built a bunch of breachers, and they're all equipped in the Mark III power armor, and this Mark III set, but it's all the Forge World resin stuff and not the new kits. And I do have a lot more that I can build, and I do prefer this style. So unfortunately, they don't make it anymore. I mean, perhaps you can get it from third party, but I think I like it more than the new plastic set. But plastic can be easier to work with some people, so I get that. This squad, two of the squads are equipped identically. This squad and the one to the left here, which I can pan over in just a minute. They're both equipped with Nuncio Voxes and Grav guns. The sergeants are equipped a little differently. One has a Power Fist, the other has a Thunderhammer. And here's that other identically equipped Breacher squad. Now we'll pan over to the other Breacher squad I've built. Now this is modeled and built as a veteran Breacher squad, so they have an extra wound over the other ones. It comes at a cost, but you're also able to bring some specialized weapons. Now on them I've equipped some melta-guns. In hindsight, they should have been las cutters, but if I'm playing friendly games, I could proxy them as las cutters. And with all the models I still have to build, I may just build a bunch of las cutters and have them swap in. I think they're a good unit for what they'll be coming in, which is the termite siege drill or termite assault drill, I think it's called. And we'll look at that next. So as mentioned, this is the termite assault drill. Really happy with how it turned out. I had to shave down a lot of the resin to make it so it looked like it's coming out of the ground. And I did a lot of weathering powders and griminess so that it, it kind of reflects coming out of the ground. Maybe it's a little more clean than it would actually look if it had just popped up out of the ground. But I didn't want it just completely muddy and messy. For the base, I used a bunch of bark from an oak tree on my property. And yeah, I like the effect. I like how it turned out. I think it looks really sharp. The next unit we'll look at is the Spartan Assault Tank. This was a rescue from a tournament, as I mentioned in the video for it. And, so it's a little shaky in spots, but, after saving it and reconditioning the model, I am very happy with how it turned out. There's some gaps that I probably could have done a better job on filling, but having said that, I like the gritty, kind of worn battle look on this one as well. The next model that we'll take a look at is the Contemptor Dreadnought. This one is equipped with the Gravis Melta cannon, and it has an inbuilt Melta gun in its fist. And I magnetize these so I can swap them out for different weapons. Not that I've built any yet, but pretty cool model. Yet to use pretty much any of this in this edition. But yeah, I think it's a pretty awesome looking model. Next up is what I'd say, maybe besides Mortarion is one of the centerpieces of the army. It's the Falchion Super Heavy Tank Destroyer. And yeah, what an awesome looking tank. It's probably one of my favorite tanks that they make. This was before the plastic one came out, or I bought it before the plastic one came out, or it was a gift from my wife. And it's pure resin, so it's a big, heavy tank. But again, it's just an awesome looking model. Very happy with how the paint scheme turned out. The mud on the tracks, I think, does a good job. Same with all the other tanks of just really making it look gritty and battle worn, battle used. And last up for the army is the Sicaran Punisher. This was also a rescue from eBay. I think I got it for pretty cheap, and it's a pure resin kit as well. So I know some people are asking where I got the turret for it, and well, it came with it. I mean, I didn't buy it from Games Workshop, but whoever did, they would have bought it from Games Workshop, and yeah, it's a pure resin kit, and I'm hoping, I don't know if I don't think it's done yet, but it'll be good when Games Workshop decides to, give these turrets out with the Sicaran sets. But they already have the Venator, but I think this is just an awesome looking gun. I'll bring it a little closer. And I also, it's equipped with the las cannons. Again, they're hard mounted on because whoever built it before me, that's just how they did it. And I didn't feel like ripping it apart and risking damaging those guns. So I left the las cannons on it. It's probably not how I would equip it for games, but I'd want to keep it as an anti-infantry unit, maybe with heavy bolters on the side, but they're there and they look good. And there will be some use for sure. So that's a full look at my 4,000 points of Death Guard. There is more to come. Definitely follow along and you'll get to see a lot more. I have stuff being built and painted right now, so there'll be more coming very soon. I'm very excited about this. Locally, I'm going to be taking part in a campaign for the 3rd edition, and it's a progressive campaign, so it's starting with 1,000 points and up to 3,000. So I'm glad that I have a lot built and painted and ready to go for it. Let me know if you're interested in knowing the outcome of how that campaign goes. I'm not necessarily particularly good at winning games, but I definitely enjoy building and painting models. Let me know in the comments too what you think would be good additions to the army. I have some in mind myself, but I would love your guys' feedback and letting me know what you like. I've also been working on some other things on the channel, an Ultramarine army slowly being built up, and I have a couple other armies in mind, so maybe some models ready for it. So, stay tuned for more. Thanks for following along, everybody. We're over 130 subscribers now, and it's been a fun ride the last couple months building up this channel and showing you guys my hobby. Thanks.